I found out my mom was cheating on my dad at his own birthday party. If you want more stories with real twists and real consequences, hit like and subscribe right now. It helps the channel a lot. That night was supposed to be simple. Warm string lights, a cake that leaned slightly to one side, my dad in his special occasion button-up, smiling like a kid because everyone he loved was in one place. My mom had planned everything, too perfectly. She moved through the party like a hostess on a timer, refreshing drinks, fixing decorations, laughing half a second too late. And every few minutes she checked her phone like it was oxygen. Screen face down, palm over it, quick glance, a tight inhale. I told myself she was just anxious. Hosting can do that. Then I stepped into the kitchen to grab plates, and her phone lit up on the counter. Unknown number, no name saved. 3 words that punched the air out of me. I'm here. Back door. My throat went dry. I didn't even realize I'd stopped moving until my mom rushed in, saw the screen, and froze. For a split second, her face wasn't friendly. It was terrified. Not oops, more like caught. She snatched the phone and forced a laugh. Hey, can you go get ice from the garage? Her voice sounded normal. Her eyes didn't. I nodded, walked outside, and turned the corner instead. The back door wasn't where guests entered. It was where you slipped out, where you hid. The music faded behind the walls, and the night felt suddenly colder. Near the gate, a man stood waiting like he belonged there. Not awkward, not lost, comfortable. My mom cracked the door open, stepping into the shadow, and she touched his arm, soft and automatic, like it was a move she'd done 100 times. He leaned in. She whispered, sharp and urgent, "Not here, not tonight." Not tonight, which meant there were other nights. My heart started hammering so hard I thought it would give me away. I backed up, gravel biting under my shoe, and prayed he didn't look up. Inside, everyone was gathering around my dad. The cake came out, candles flickered, phones lifted to record. My dad's eyes shine the way they do when he feels appreciated, like he's storing the moment for later. They started singing. And there I was, standing behind him, watching my mom clap along with a perfect smile, while I felt my entire childhood tilt. He closed his eyes, made a wish, blew out the candles. Right after the cheering, my mom slipped toward the hallway again. I followed and caught her by the pantry door. "Who was that?" I asked. Her face collapsed. "Please," she whispered, like a warning. "Not tonight, not his birthday." That sentence told me everything, because if it was innocent, there'd be nothing to delay. I walked back into the living room and looked at my dad, still smiling, still thanking people, still living inside a lie. When the last guest finally left and the house went quiet, I sat across from him at the kitchen table. My hands were shaking, but my voice came out steady. "Dad, someone came to the back door tonight. Mom said, 'Not here, not tonight.'" Silence filled the room like smoke. My dad didn't explode. He just stared at the table for a long time, like he was reading the end of a story he never wanted to finish. Then he stood up slowly and called her name, calm, controlled, deadly quiet. And my mom started crying before he even asked the first question. That was the moment I learned something brutal. The loudest sound in a family isn't screaming. It's the second when the truth finally has nowhere left to hide. If you made it to the end, like and subscribe for more high-quality storytelling, new stories every week. And tell me in the comments, if you were me, would you have told your dad that same night, or stayed silent to protect his birthday? Why?